I ruined my brother's ex by exposing exactly who she really was. My brother Owen came home one night last spring and didn't even turn the engine off. He just sat in his truck in the driveway, headlights dark, hands on the wheel, staring forward. I noticed because I was looking out my bedroom window and thought something was wrong. He stayed there for almost 2 hours. When he finally came inside, his eyes were swollen and red, like he'd been crying hard. That's how I knew Vanessa had done something unforgivable. They had been together almost 2 years. To everyone else, Vanessa was perfect. She smiled at my parents, laughed at family dinners, and flooded social media with cute couple photos. She looked like the kind of girlfriend people envied. But when no one was watching, she treated Owen like he was disposable. She criticized him constantly, rolled her eyes at everything he liked, and made him feel like he was lucky she tolerated him. When she cheated with some guy from her work, Owen didn't scream or beg. He just ended it. That's when she flipped the story. Suddenly, she was telling anyone who would listen that Owen was controlling, jealous, and emotionally suffocating. It was a complete lie. My brother barely looked at his own phone, let alone hers. He trusted her completely. Within a week, the damage was done. Half their friend group believed her. People Owen had known since high school started acting awkward around him. Some stopped texting altogether. Others looked at him like they were reevaluating everything they thought they knew. I watched my brother shrink in real time. He stopped going out. He'd come home from his hardware store job, eat quietly, and go straight to his room. No gaming with friends, no jokes, just silence. I was only 16, but I could see what was happening clearly. Vanessa hadn't just cheated. She'd destroyed his reputation and walked away looking like the victim. 4 months passed like that. Then I found out Vanessa had applied to the same nursing program I was applying to at our county college. Only 30 students got in, and there was a group interview. When I walked into the room and saw her sitting there, my stomach dropped. She looked calm, confident, like nothing bad had ever happened. She smiled at me during introductions and asked, in that fake sweet voice, how Owen was doing, like she cared. I wanted to scream. During the break, I went out to my car to breathe. That's when I remembered something important. Owen was a gamer. He played online with a headset, and his computer automatically recorded audio. He never bothered deleting the files. They just piled up in a folder. I texted him from the parking lot asking if he still had the recordings from last spring. He replied almost immediately with a cloud link. I sat there scrolling through dozens of files. Most were boring. Him joking with friends, talking about games. Then I opened one from April. Vanessa's voice came through clearly. She told Owen she was meeting coworkers for drinks. Then seconds later, she called another guy and whispered that she was leaving now and would be at his place in 20 minutes because Owen wouldn't notice. My hands were shaking. I found more clips. One where she mocked Owen for being boring while he sat nearby. Another where she said she was waiting for the right time to end things. Every lie she'd told out loud to the world was undone by her own voice. Back inside, one of the interviewers asked a question about ethics. What do you do if you witness someone lying in a professional environment? Vanessa jumped in immediately, talking about honesty, trust, and accountability. She sounded rehearsed, confident. When it was my turn, I agreed with her. I said honesty mattered more than anything. Then I said I had recently learned how someone could present themselves as kind and ethical in public while being completely different in private, and how important it was to know who you were working alongside in healthcare. The room went quiet. Vanessa's face drained of color. I explained the recordings were from a few months earlier. I pressed play. Her voice filled the room. I played another clip, then another. She tried to stop me, saying they were private. I said they were recorded in my brother's own room while she was cheating and planning to destroy him. Someone mentioned Owen's name, repeating the rumor that he was controlling. I said that was exactly the lie she wanted people to hear. One of the interviewers said this raised serious concerns about integrity. Vanessa grabbed her bag, accused me of sabotaging her over personal drama, and stood up. I played one final clip where she bragged about manipulating Owen and flipping the story when she was ready to move on. No one spoke. Vanessa walked out. 2 weeks later, I got my acceptance letter. Vanessa didn't. The program cited serious character concerns. She took my brother's peace. I took her future.